that came out this week about Destiny. So many people don't know who Destiny is, but once they see his face, they recognize him. And I don't think Ray wants us to do this story, but that's okay. Nevertheless, here is a clip of Destiny talking. Well, we're not on TikTok. Talking about the age of consent. Let me play the clip.
An important conversation.
You don't think kids are not as an important conversation? What do you think the age of consent should be? If you want to be consistent, you don't think anything updates, just tell us what you think it should be.
I think it should be at a developed age.
What is a developed age? If you had to set a law for it, what would you set it? What would you set it about?
I'd say it's a developed age.
No, answer the question, you fucking pussy. Holy, you're such a cowardly. Stand up for what you believe in. If you actually are fucking Muslim, you're actually Islamic, then stand up for your fucking beliefs. Every other Muslim scholar online will do this. Do it. Stand tall on it. Don't act like a little and you're trying to grill fucking XQC on fucking modern meta ethics or whatever. If you want to answer basic questions about your worldview, what should the age of consent be?
You see how
you want to answer the question? You see how he's going to yap and not answer the question? I'm going to ask the same thing when you're done. Go ahead. What was the age?
I just told you at a developed age.
Sneako thinks you should be able to 9-year-olds. That's what Sneako thinks, and he won't answer that question honestly. Or he's going to have to give a different answer, in which case he's updated his morality, updated his views, and that's really uncomfortable for him. You don't have an answer to any of this, bro. Go back to that fucking corner in London where you're getting roasted by year one debaters on fucking Christianity. This is I don't know what the fuck you're doing in here. What do you think?
So that clip is from YouTube. I'm pretty sure we're allowed to play it because it's on his page. But nevertheless, Enzo, let everybody know what's come out about Destiny, what we found out.
Destiny. Wonderful TikTok debater, wonderful YouTube debater that was crown jewel of the Unfuck America tour after Parker and Dean fell off. Which, I mean, this is nothing new, this case about Destiny. This case of Destiny has been going on for quite a while now. We're just now getting the info on it. It was all speculation before that he was talking to a minor. Funny thing to me is this. It's always the Democrats and the people on the left screaming the loudest about people being predators, people being P3DOs and touching children or talking to children. And like I keep saying, I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over. The ones that are screaming it the loudest are the ones that they're projecting everybody else so nobody looks in their direction. Look at what he did in that video with Sneako.
Yeah. I agree. And to give background before we all respond, there has been court documents that have come out that he was sending P to a little girl named Rose in April 2022. Rose has been identified and her birth date is October 2004. Rose was 17 years old at the time. Destiny admitted to court in sending it to her. And there's a court document here. I would pull it up, but I don't know if we'll be able to see it. But pretty much in the court document I'm looking at, it says the admissible evidence in the record demonstrates that the opposite. Bonnell transmitted the video on just one occasion, 6 months before effective date, therefore removing any purported federal jurisdiction. So basically 6 months before she turned 18, she was sharing it with him. This is very scary that now has come out. But it's very interesting that, he's the loudest voice and now this has come out. Kamal, what's your thoughts?
First of all, what's good with y'all? My bad, I was a little late. I was on another panel and that shit was going on forever and ever. Second of all, shout out to the chat. I see y'all in there. You feel me? Third of all, I ain't never heard Destiny curse before. He called him a bitch and a pussy. I was like, God damn, Destiny. Good Lord. And now I'm like hearing this from Destiny sending penis pics to a minor. What the hell? Like, I ain't gonna lie, this kind of blowing my mind right now because they prop up Destiny to be this angelic goody two shoes debating on the godliest side ever, and he's sending penis pics to minors. Talking with Sneako. Sneako ain't about shit either with his anti-black ass. F that guy. But back on Destiny though.
We've known that Sneako was into the kids though. I mean, this is nothing new.
Sneako into the...
Yeah, we'll get to that another night. I have to get facts on that. But yeah, there's rumors about him.
I didn't know that shit. Y'all blowing my mind right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's something with all of these big streamers and these big YouTubers. Once they hit like a milestone, like 1 million subscribers or whatever, it's not even just like politics or whatever. It's everybody. Like within gaming, like I talk about this with my sister all the time. I'm like, what's with all of these streamers? Every time they get big, they're like, I've already become big. What do I do now? Touch a child. That's exactly what happens with all of them. It's weird.
Well, here's
And
the thing. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, Vama.
Well, let's just think about the, people that don't exist, the elitists. Whenever they get so much money, what happens? They get bored and then they end up doing some grotesque things, and then we get adrenochrome. But that's another story for another day.
Gray, do you remember when we talked about academics, that story that we did on him? And the little boy. I mean, this is up the alley of it. So what's your response to the allegations against Destiny, as he's one of the largest voices on the left?
Well, I only know who Destiny is from you and Kaizen. I do see that he's getting a lot of traction. I saw him on CNN. I don't think it necessarily affects the left. I feel like influencers have their own platform, and if you're not a politician, they're not going to like directly connect you to that. I think they're more like celebrities. So for me, this is affecting him and affecting his money. And as far as like these allegations, when these people get big, yeah, if you got skeletons in your closet, once you get big, it's gonna come back to haunt you, whether you did it last week or whether you did it 10 years ago.
I have a question. How old is Destiny?
He's like around
34.
my age. Yeah, he's like 34, 35.
34?
Yeah, and
He's
also
young.
wait, before Skeptic and Mia respond, I have one more clip. It's very short of something he said. I just want to play it real quick.
Molest a child doesn't make you a pedophile. That's not.
Yes, it does. Yes, it.
If you just because you molest a child doesn't make you a pedophile. That's not.
Yes, it does.
Did you hear what he said?
No.
Yes.
Just because you molest
No.
a child doesn't make you a PDF.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. What kind of what world is he? Well, then again, it's Destiny. What world is he living in?
A loony left.
Velma, before they go, you said you saw him at
Yeah, I saw him at America Fest.
Fest,
I was
yeah.
actually eating in the they had this like restaurant right in front, and they couldn't get in because their tickets, Charlie Kirk said no, and this is the thing, it's a private event. Charlie Kirk can say no if he wants to you because it's a private event. Now, if it was public, then I'd say, okay, it's for the public, right? But he denied it. Why? Because he knew, there was going to be some issues. So what did they do? They decided to get a fake name tag, whatever the hell they got to do to get in. And they got in.
They were kicking
No.
conservatives out.
He got in. He debated Dr.
No, he debated
Julio.
Myron Gaines.
But he also debated Myron Gaines because we saw him.
Okay, so we went with my group. We ended up going to this little Unfuck America tour thing with I
But
think they had like this
when you
cardboard.
saw him inside,
Yep.
Velma, he was debating Myron. When he debated Julio at Unf America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's where we went to because we ended up going to like some event that they had, and they had like this cardboard thing going on, and they need deodorant. The left needs deodorant.
Are they stinking?
I mean, look, it was hot. It had rained. It was musty, and I mean, I'm just saying, I like showering. I love showers. I love water.
That Mexican Velma, I ain't gonna let you talk about Gray like that, man. He don't be stinking.
Hold on, guys. Let Skeptic and Mia get a chance.
I'm gonna let Skeptic go first. Skeptic, what's your response to all of these allegations against Destiny? What do you think?
Well, number one, what he said is false. If you do that, you're literally the definition. You should be on a registry. However, I'll say this. I think it's hypocritical for the right to say anything for conservatives, Republicans, whatever you name yourself. It's a hypocrite stance to take to be like, oh my goodness, being that this man is on the e-files and those haven't been released. And this man was on the flight logs and all these things that we know to be true. And every time they ask this president about the E-man, he's like, why are we still talking about this man who was my best friend and I wrote letters to and said we're going to keep the secret between you and me? So like, it's a little bit hypocritical for me to turn around and be like, oh, look at this man. However, I disagree, you know, that he did this, and anyone who is attracted to children is sick. But yeah.
Can I respond to something real quick? It's not hypocritical whatsoever, Skeptic, when you have no evidence that he any wrongdoing at all.
We have no
We have the
evidence
5
other
bucks. Hold on.
than
Let me
other than
finish.
we
Let me
have a
finish.
birthday
Let me
card,
finish. Let me
other
finish.
than
Let
we
me
have
finish. Let me finish.
pictures,
Let me
we have
finish.
Hold on,
videos,
hold on,
Skeptic.
we have
guys.
Skeptic.
women,
Let me
we
finish. Let me
have
finish. Let me
the
finish.
ex-girlfriend saying
Can
that
I
he was
finish?
over,
Can I
saying that
finish?
we have
Oh,
how
Can I
many women?
finish?
We have 20-something women saying
Oh
that this
wait.
man
Oh
has
wait.
groped them.
Oh
We
wait. So
have multiple
I'm
women
gonna
saying,
crush
when
you
I
right
was
now on this whole
13,
topic.
when I was
I
13,
love
this man
this.
came at me. This man was held civilly liable for raping a woman. Right. There's no evidence. You're right. There's no evidence that this man,
So
there's no
listen, here's the
evidence.
timeline.
Right.
Here's the timeline, right? So 86 they meet, right? They became friends. 92, he went to Marla Maples' wedding with Donald Trump. 93 to 97, he flew on Epstein's plane 6 times from PBI to Washington, D.C., as well as New York. 98, Epstein buys that plane. That card you want to talk about doesn't imply anything whatsoever. We don't even know if it's real or not. First off, 2004, he barred Jeffrey Epstein from Mar-a-Lago for stealing Virginia Robertson Guthrie, one of the most notorious victims of Jeffrey Epstein. And in her deposition for the Ghislaine Maxwell case, as well as the Epstein case, implicated Donald Trump has no wrongdoing, never went to the island, but she's named Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker, Bill Gates, Prince Andrew, and nothing ever happened to them, right?
So that is false, actually. You just literally lied. You literally, no, because you're going to go on. You monologue for a very long time.
I don't care.
No, you monologue for a very long time. You actually just lied. No, you just lied. You literally, no, because you're lying in our face. Actually, Donald Trump was named on those files that were released after Giselle Maxwell. Yes, he was.
Really? So
yes,
tell me where, because I have the files.
Also,
I have the files.
Also, the fact that not only is it that him and Epstein were best friends, but it's the fact that he has groped other women, that he's been civilly liable for graping women, and he has no respect.
Proves nothing with the Epstein case.
Let me finish.
That proves nothing with children.
You just got to talk.
I ain't gonna let you, Skeptic. No.
I'm gonna
Okay.
let
Okay.
you finish.
I ain't letting you finish because you don't let nobody else fucking finish.
I'll say this.
You hypocritical on everything.
Skeptic, enough. Skeptic, enough. Let Mia have a turn, please.
Oh my god.
I'm used to it. I got people screaming on my live all the time.
All right.
Yeah, but we don't do this, guys. So like, let's all be respectful. Go
all
ahead,
right.
Mia.
So I know Destiny because he used to go on Fresh and Fit and try to defend Instagram sexual workers, and it's just interesting that you find some of the loudest people are the people committing these crimes. I'm not surprised at all. Like I said, hurt dogs holler, and he hollered the loudest. So I'm not surprised that he is doing atrocities at all whatsoever.
Yeah, for sure. Neither one of these people been charged, so I mean that's basically where we're at. I think in speculation with both people, right?
Right. All right, guys, we're gonna switch gears here.